How's it going, everybody? This is your host, Raja Banks from the New York Session live streams. Today's topic of discussion is wickfills, and I'm going to keep this as simple as possible. So let's say, for example, you have a daily candle, and this daily candle is coming up from a support, and it's a bullish candle. So if you have a daily candle which is bullish and it's coming up from a support, there's a high probability that the next daily candle is also going to be bullish, right? So we're assuming that the next daily candle will also go bullish and fill this wick. Now, depending on which currency pair this is, let's say this is GBJPY, right? And we know that GBJPY has a lot of volume. The wicks are larger. If this is a daily candle, maybe this wick is around 30 pips big, 40 pips big. So now we got to break this down onto the 4-hour time frame. So let's say, so we're gonna put our 4-hour right over here, and let's say the 4-hour candles are coming up from a support. So this was a bearish candle, and then let's say we got a bullish candle on the 4-hour like this. So 1, 2. We have another bullish candle on the 4-hour like this. So if this is the low on the daily candle, based on the structure on the 4-hour, this is the low on the 4-hour right over here. Now, see how the daily candle went all the way up and it formed a high right over here. So based on structure, the 4-hour has to create a high as well. So basically what's happening is, let's say that we had another candle which closed bullish like this, and it created a high at this point. And then we had candles that basically started to move bearish, right? So let's say this is a bearish candle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we had another candle that went bearish on the 4-hour. There we go. This is now the structure on the 4-hour, right? We got the low on the daily, we got the high on the daily, we got the low on the structure, we got the high on the structure. Now, see how where the daily candle closed? It closed right at this point. This is where the last 4-hour candle closed on the daily chart, right? So this is where the daily candle closed right over here with this 4-hour candle close. Now, let's say the next candle, the next daily candle, let's say we're assuming that it's bullish, and if it's going to go bullish, we know that based on structure, the daily candle should wick down, continue up to fill this wick, and then either start retracing or start creating a higher high because the trend is bullish, right? Now, how will that look on the 4-hour time frame, and how can you execute on the smaller time frame to fill the wick on the higher time frame? This is the most exciting part now. This is where we say, hey man, wicks don't lie. So check this out, right? Let's say this wick down was the structure on 4-hour, let's say a candle closing bullish, right? So we have, let's make this bullish candle a little bit bigger. Kind of got a little messy over here, but let's make this a little bit big, right? So we have a 4-hour candle right over here. So this is the low on the daily time frame, and this is the low on the 4-hour. Now, since we're forming support in an uptrend, right? Now, whenever we form supports in uptrends, there's a very high probability that the candle is going to continue moving up to retest the high, which is going to be right over here. Now, since we formed a support on the 4-hour time frame, there's a very high chance that the next candle is going to continue moving up as long as it respects the low of the previous candle. And that's where your stop loss is going to be, right? And this is going to be your trading candle. Your entry is going to be right over here, and you're anticipating price to come up to retest this high. As price comes up to retest this high, at the same time, we're filling the wick on the daily time frame as well. Got it?